checking how your things are. Try to lift your feet one at a time. Yep. Good. So try to lift the other one. Good. Okay, now try to lift the right hand. Try to lift the left hand. Good. Try to smile for me. Stick your tongue out. Okie dokie. So we start with off the track.
So I just wanted to break down the test that I actually had when I was in New York. The first test that I had was invasive cervical traction, and that test was a bit it was tough because I knew that it was going to make my symptoms surface, and I was actually ready for that. But I was a little nervous before the test because I just really didn't know what to expect. So they basically prep you like you're getting a surgery, and they wipe me down with these special wipes when I got there, and I had to change my clothes, basically stripped down to nothing underneath the medical gowns. Then I was wheeled by wheelchair into a big OR. They had a big machine in there that was going to be taking pictures, basically x-rays, while I was getting the test done. So you could see the device that was attached to a pulley. So they actually put me to sleep. They put 2 screws in the side of my head. They shaved my hair a little bit on both sides and put 2 screws in to basically lift my skull up off of my neck. So they attach it to a pulley and they add weights to basically keep pulling your skull up. And they take measurements actually while they're doing it. And those measurements are used if you choose to, or if you are a candidate for surgery, they actually use those measurements. So he captured a little bit of what it was like, but of course they were making me do a lot of different things, which he didn't give me all of the footage of. But they basically wanted me to do different movements, lift my arms, lift my legs. They tested my strength level. They tested my cognitive ability, my ability to smile, my ability to read, my ability to write. They had me do a lot of different things to kind of see how bad I was. They, of course, had me rotate my head from right to left to basically see what would happen when I did those things if my symptoms were worse, which they were. So at baseline, that's pretty much where I was just them testing different things to see what was making me worse or better. So then they took me up to 20 pounds. And this is where I was at 20 pounds.
This is 20 pounds, which is the beginning. Camera is less. Lift up your leg one at a time. The other one. Okay, there's still some turn. But turn the head towards the right and towards the left. Okay. Say bye.
Bye. So after 20 pounds, he wanted to take me up to 30 pounds and 35 pounds, but he assured me we weren't going to go above 35 pounds. So at 30 and 35 pounds, my symptoms were mainly gone. He asked me to write, of course, to read things. They asked me to do a lot of things, basically the same things over and over at each level of pounds that they added. So I was basically symptom free at 30 and 35 pounds. The only thing that didn't go away was the tremor that I have when I turn my head to the left and right. It starts the tremor. But at 35 pounds, it was mostly gone. But when he had me sustain the rotation, he told me to hold my hand out, turn my head to the right, and leave my head there, turn to the right. That actually caused the tremor to come back on, me leaving my head in that position. So we had to go up to 40 pounds. And this is what happened at 40 pounds.
We start. So, fatigue, brain fog, neck pain, speech, shortness of breath, blurred vision, they're all gone at 40 pounds.
Yes.
Okay. Now show me the tremor. Lift up your arm. Lift up your other arm. Lift up your feet one at a time. Here's something to write.
I did. There it is.
Okay, I thought to write something. Okay, very good. Now, raise your left arm and turn the head towards the right and keep it there. Turn the head towards the left and keep it there. Put the head neutral and keep it there. Now grab the pen and write again. All right, say goodbye.
So basically, I had a positive traction test. And that basically just means that my symptoms improved with traction. Once they took the traction off, I felt really awful. Basically like I did when they first woke me up out of the anesthesia. That's how I felt when they took it off. But they immediately laid me down to put me back to sleep because the second test that I was having done, they were going to drill a small hole into my skull. So they shaved some hair in the front and they drilled a small hole into my skull to insert a bolt that they stick a little probe through, and the probe goes into your brain to measure the pressure inside of your brain. So they put me to sleep again and inserted the bolt. Then they woke me up and wheeled me into recovery, where I was with the bolt. Because my tremors were so bad, they were afraid to leave the bolt in for a full 24 hours, which is what they normally do, so they can measure your intracranial pressure for a whole day. But for me, they only left it in for a matter of hours because my tremors were so bad. They ended up coming back down to take it out because they were scared that I could damage myself if my tremors got too bad and I knocked the ICP bolt. So they actually came to take measurements 2 times. And once they took those measurements, they basically had me lay flat, they had me sit up, then they had me stand up, then they had me sit back down. They did that twice, and then they took the ICP bolt out because they were just scared that they could damage my brain if they left it in. So from there, the third test I was supposed to get was another MRI, which I got with the ICP bolt still in, so I was wheeled down for that. Every time they did an MRI or any type of x-ray, they had to put me under anesthesia because my tremors were so bad. Once they start, it's hard to stop them, and with me having to lay flat and be completely still, I can't do that anyway. Whenever I lay flat, my tremors start. It's just because of the pressure that's on the back of my head. So I got those tests done under anesthesia. The last test I was supposed to get was the Venogram. Good morning. It's about 5 o'clock in the morning. I can't sleep. I have a bit of a headache, but it's not bad. I also cut the sides of my hair, so that's a little bit sore, but not a lot. But it's a little sore in these spots. They cut this part of my hair too, but this is covering it right now. And I have some staples in my head. So it's just a little sore, but not bad at all. So I'm in the bathroom right now. I've been trying to sleep off and on, but I really can't sleep, so I've been watching videos. But I'm gonna try to use the bathroom, dragging this thing with me. I'm gonna try to use the bathroom and get back in the bed, but like every time I move my face or laugh or do anything like that, it's like a shooting pain in my head. So I'm just gonna try to lay back down. Hopefully my husband will come. He's supposed to come back in the morning. So that's the update so far. I have one more test to get today, and then I'm gonna be going back to the hotel, so I'm excited about that. So, the patient across the hall has been screaming for about the past 5 minutes. I don't know what happened, but I'm like, somebody please help the patient. Hospitals are not a place where you can get rest. So I'm hoping that after this test today that I can leave. They will let me go. But they keep saying that they are gonna have to watch me. But I'm hoping they'll let me go. They just have to put a needle through my growing area and do something else, shoot some dye. So they're basically checking to see if I have any impingement in my vertebral arteries. So they're gonna be turning my head from side to side when they do the test. It's not funny. I really hope they get some help, but it's just, she's been doing that since like yesterday. So I don't know what's wrong with her. Or him. I don't know who it is. But either way, I'm hoping they'll let me go. So I did the Venogram, but it kept getting pushed back because they kept having emergency people to do, so mine kept getting pushed back. So I finally got the Venogram done, and then I had to lay flat for like 4 hours, which was awful. I got it done at like 4, and they didn't let me sit up till after 9 o'clock. Laying flat doesn't sound that bad, but for me it was awful, like I said, because I have so much head pressure when I'm laying flat. And then I was trying not to shake. I have bad tremors when I lay flat too. And then I had a headache from this, and I was just really tired and uncomfortable, and I couldn't rest. So the last 2 hours, my husband left. He has to go back to the hotel and try to pack our stuff up because we actually have a flight to catch tomorrow. I only expected to stay in the hospital one night, but because I had to get the Venogram so late and I had to lay flat for so long, I couldn't get discharged tonight. So they went ahead and did all my discharge papers, but I have to I can't think. I have to stay and see my neurosurgeon in the morning so he can talk to me and tell me what his thoughts are from the test this week. I have these things on too. I can probably take them off now, but and then my IV kept messing up today. I had one in my wrist first, you can see there, and then that one started messing up, so they put one here, and then they drew like blood from this arm like 5 times. So I'm tired, and then I have the big gauze on from the Venogram. And on top of everything else, I started my period yesterday, so being in here, it's been an experience. But I'm just thankful that I was able to come and get the test done, and that I am on a path to figuring out what's going on and learning how I can fix it. So I'm really tired right now, and I'm gonna try to get some more sleep. They gave me some Tylenol earlier. They were gonna give me Oxy. I was like, no, thank you. I don't really like taking stuff like that. So I told them I'll just have some Tylenol. That'll be fine for me, thank you. So I just had some Tylenol, and I was able to rest for the last 2 hours of me laying down. And then I got up. This wonderful, beautiful saint of a nurse came in and helped me clean myself up a little bit, and she helped me use the bathroom. My walking is not the best right now, so she went and got me a walker and helped me to the bathroom and stayed with me the whole time I was in the bathroom. She had to hold me up. So she was just so sweet. She changed my bed for me, and then she got me a new gown. So she was just very, very sweet. But yeah, I'm looking forward to getting out of here. They have a ton of COVID patients here too. So I'm just trusting God that He's protecting me and keeping me through all of this. And I just thank Him for that. There's a lot of things to be anxious about that I could be anxious about, but I'm not anxious about because I know that God is looking out for me. But I thank everybody too that has prayed for me this week. So many people were praying for me, so I'm really grateful for your prayers. But I'm looking forward to just getting back home. And I thank God for getting me through this week of tests. So yeah, I'm excited about learning what He figured out from all of the tests, and I'm excited about just getting the first leg of this process done, and then I look forward to getting the rest of it done. So yeah. So it is my last day here in New York for testing. It's morning, and hopefully they will come in soon and talk to me so I can go home. But they took the IV off. They were supposed to come and change the bag, but I guess because I'm leaving, they're not going to do it. So I'm happy. I want to go home. I want to see my babies and relax in my own bed. I was able to get up and go to the bathroom by myself without help. So that's good. I think I'm weaker because I'm on my period too. So that usually makes all of my symptoms worse. But the nurses and doctors here have been so nice. My husband is downstairs, so hopefully he'll be coming up here soon if they let him. They actually were letting him stay overnight, but he didn't like sleeping in the recliner chair. So I'm not going to talk as much. I'm going to try to save my energy for leaving, because it's going to take a lot for me to walk and leave. He's back.
Yes. Ready to go.
I am too. So the conclusion of all the tests was that I have cranial cervical instability. I have cranial settling and atlantoaxial instability, as well as a Chiari-1 malformation variant. So I am a candidate for surgery.